Imagine walking through your house at night when suddenly the lights go out. Nothing about the room has changed, the furniture hasn't moved, and nothing new has appeared. Yet suddenly, the place feels frightening. You may start noticing sounds you ignored before, or even imagine someone standing in the corner. But why? Why can darkness make your brain expect the worst? The strange thing is that darkness itself can't hurt you. It's simply the absence of light. But for your brain, the absence of information can be a problem. In darkness, your eyes can't give your brain a clear picture of what's around you, and that creates uncertainty. What's over there? Is there something I should be afraid of?
Your brain doesn't like incomplete information. When it sees something clearly, it can deal with it. But when it detects only a vague shadow or a small movement in the dark, it tries to complete the picture. The problem is that it doesn't always know what's actually there, so it uses possibilities from its experience, and sometimes it chooses the worst one. So why does your brain lean toward the scary explanation instead of the ordinary one? From a survival perspective, that tendency could be useful. If you heard a sound in the dark and assumed it was harmless when it was actually dangerous, the consequences could be serious. But if you assumed it was dangerous and it turned out to be nothing, you simply got scared for no reason.
Darkness creates another effect. When your vision stops giving you enough information, you rely more heavily on hearing and other senses. A tiny sound you would normally ignore in a bright room can suddenly become extremely noticeable. The refrigerator, a door creaking, a curtain moving, every little sound can make you turn around. One of the strangest things about darkness is that you can sometimes see something that isn't actually there. A simple shadow can look like a person. Hanging clothes can resemble a figure standing in the room. A dark corner can suddenly feel like something is watching you. Your eyes provide incomplete information, and your brain tries to interpret it as quickly as possible.
Notice something else. Darkness often feels scarier when you're alone. Having another person nearby can give your brain a sense that someone else is sharing the environment and monitoring it with you. When you're alone, every sound, movement, and shadow becomes something you have to interpret yourself. And the strange part is that fear doesn't have to begin after you see something scary. Sometimes it starts before that. Simply entering a dark environment can make your body prepare. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, and your attention becomes sharper. Your body can act as if danger is present before you even know whether there is any danger at all.
This also helps explain why children are often more afraid of darkness. A child has less experience interpreting strange shapes and sounds. If they see an ambiguous shadow, they may not have enough experience to immediately think, that's just a chair, so imagination has more room to take over. You might think, I know there's nothing in the room, so why am I still scared? Because knowing something logically doesn't mean your body instantly shuts off its alarm response. Your conscious mind may know the room is safe, while your threat detection systems remain alert for a little longer. With repeated safe experiences, that fear can gradually decrease because your brain learns that darkness isn't proof of danger.
And that brings us to the main point. The darkness itself didn't change. Same room, same sounds, same corners. What changed was your brain's interpretation of them. Every time you enter darkness and nothing happens, your brain gains another piece of information. This place is dark, but it's safe. So the next time you're somewhere dark and feel like something is watching you, remember that the feeling itself isn't proof that something is there. Sometimes your brain is simply trying to fill in missing information. Darkness doesn't frighten us because it necessarily contains something scary. It frightens us because it leaves so much unknown. And perhaps the most frightening thing isn't the darkness itself, but what our minds imagine inside it.